And this is Good News with Jake Baumbach. And how are you, Mr. Baumbach?
I am doing great, Jeff, because I'm talking to you and I've got some good news.
You sound like you're doing a whole lot better. I guess that you just about got over that cold, and that's a really good thing. That makes me feel good.
Yes, sir. Makes me feel good, too.
Well, let's jump right into it. Last week you left us hanging about GoFundMe and what they're doing with projects. And the first story we have queued up is GoFundMe is saying thank you by donating thousands to worthy campaigns, including mine or yours.
That's right. Maybe. You never know. They are, and people did not know this, they are giving away $100,000 a month to various GoFundMe projects that are going on. Employees of GoFundMe are asked to identify a GoFundMe program they think needs some funds, and the company gives them $1,000 out of their pocket. Since the company platform launched in 2010, over $3 billion has been donated.
Wow.
Because of the GoFundMe project. Yeah,
wow.
I know.
That's some generous people right there.
Yeah.
You know, we both know a couple of small companies that could definitely use some of that money.
Okay, we can take care of that.
Yeah. You put my name in, I'll put yours.
Okay, that'd be great.
Oh, gosh. You know, this next story that you have throws us back a couple of weeks. But, sometimes the good news takes a little bit of time to catch up with reality. And this is about a mystery man who feeds 150 families for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this happened in Amber, Pennsylvania. And the individual donates $22,000. Excuse me a second. That's my on-the-air voice. Donates $22,000 to buy food, and then he gets volunteers who will not identify him, along with the supermarket chain will not identify him, and they distribute Thanksgiving turkeys and meals to families that are in need in Amber, Pennsylvania.
Wow. Now, I wonder if this is the same guy that is the mystery Santa Claus.
I wonder if this is the same guy that's all over the country.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, obviously he's got some deep pockets, but what's the thing to be doing for people at Thanksgiving time around the holidays? Now, they deliver the food to the house. They don't have to come anyplace and eat it. They just deliver it to the house?
Yep. They deliver it to the houses.
Wow. Yep. Wow. That's amazing.
You know what? Maybe, Jeff, if we put the Mystery Man together with GoFundMe, it would be incredible for us.
Wouldn't that be something? That would be really something. You know, it's one of those things that you almost can't make up. You know, you almost can't even write the script to some of this stuff, especially something like this with this guy. All he wants to do is be kind and help people and make them feel good at the holidays. That's
yeah. Well, and the thing is, do you remember several years ago when people were paying off the layaways for people?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, there was a couple that went into the J.C. Penney's in Merritt Island, and they paid off 3 different layaways for $750.
I might know those people.
I know, but it was amazing. It was amazing when, that people will do that. And
yes.
They just want to give what they can.
Yes. I can't give anybody's names away, but I do know people that are doing this type of thing, and they are very special people. They really do. They give back more than they take, and it's an amazing way to live your life.
Yeah,
it really is. So, to go from that, I've got a really what you have queued up here is a real buzzer of a story. 30,000 bees This is a buzz. This is the buzz around town. 30,000 bees rescued from New Zealand town after the earthquake. How do you rescue 30,000 bees?
This is amazing. This happened in Encore. It's a small town on the east coast of the South Island in New Zealand. And a resident there, right after the earthquake, said he couldn't leave his bees behind because that was his livelihood. The commander of a rescue ship had them all put into crates and took them out to sea until they could get back in and the man could go back to work.
Wow. That is a major undertaking.
Yes. And I thought, especially with your background with the Navy, I mean, to do that?
Yeah, that's an amazing undertaking. And to just do it because you're compassionate for your fellow man. That's the amazing part. Yep. Yeah, that's
incredible.
It really is. You know, we have a crisis with bees, and I am really happy to see that this took place because, you know, I think it was here in the States we had a semi-truck or something that had overturned that was full of bees, and they wound up killing most of the bees. It's like millions of them. And it was such a shame that this had happened. I guess the truck had overturned, and the bees were on the truck, and they couldn't or didn't want to, or whatever the reasons, rescue these bees, and they killed over 1 million bees. So when you see this is really good. You know, I don't know if people really understand that bees are what's keeping us around. If we lose our bees, we're going to lose ourselves because they're the ones that pollinate all the different things that grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So your next story isn't that big of a buzz, but it is a good story. It's about a boy. He turns the tables by inviting his bully to pass out birthday cookies together. That, to me, takes a tremendous amount of courage.
Well, this is amazing. This happened at Garden Elementary School in Venice, Florida, a couple of weeks ago. Jimmy was being bullied by Nicholas. They're both second graders. But Jimmy decided to turn the table and ask Nicholas to pass out his birthday cookies to other classmates. Nicholas was overwhelmed and could not believe it. Nicholas and Jimmy are now best of friends.
Wow. You know, that little tiny thing, that little moment changed everything.
Yeah.
Changed everything. Yeah. They say if you respond to a bully in the first 10 seconds, that the bully will either back down or the situation is completely diffused. And this young man completely turned the tables.
Yeah, he did.
So
he absolutely did.
Is there anything in there about his teachers, or did anybody know about this, or did he just do this on his own?
He did it on his own. The teachers were floored.
Wow.
And the kids who knew that he was being bullied were like shocked. And Nicholas ended up apologizing to his classmates.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of kindness changed everything.
Yeah.
And basically what the young man that was getting bullied had to do was, even though he's humbled himself, I mean, he's being bullied, he actually had to find that strength to go do this.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Amazing stories. Another week of really good, heartfelt stories and heartwarming stories there, Mr. Baumbach. What do you have for us next week?
Well, I thought something really different and unusual, and we could start it, and then maybe some of our listeners might want to send it in to you, and that is the top 4 good news stories that you and I saw this last year, and we can talk about each one of them and find out what's going on in the future.
Wow. Maybe we could get some people to send in their top 4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we'll go through it and we'll pick out the top 4.
Right. And then if there's any from this past year that we have offered to the audience that each of us think is the top story of the year, we can do it.
Fantastic. So let's say it one more time. So we want people to either Facebook us or send us an email. They can send it to info@talknetworkradio.com. That's TALKNETWORK radio.com. And send us your top stories. What do you think the top good news stories of the year were? And we only want 4, right? 4.
Exactly. Only 4, and then we'll go through them, and then we ourselves will pick out maybe 1 or 2 that we think were really incredible this year.
Wow, that's a great idea there, Mr. Baumbach. And you know what? You could probably take your good news stories and publish that book that you've been talking about publishing.
That's right. The Good News Book.
The Good News Book. The Good News Book of 2016. There you go. That would be.
Well, it's been a great good year doing this.
It has been, and we greatly appreciate you being here. And thank you so much for bringing us good news once again this week. And have a wonderful week. And we'll talk to you.
Okay, you too.
We'll talk to you real soon.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.